If you're thinking about moving to the Birmingham area, there's one suburb that keeps popping up for buyers who want to stay affordable, but still be close to everything, and that's Gardendale, Alabama. But here's the thing, Gardendale looks great on paper, lower home prices, easier interstate access, strong home ownership, but there are a few things about living here that most people don't fully understand until after they move. So in this video, I'm breaking down 7 things that you need to know before moving to Gardendale. And a couple of these might actually surprise you, especially if you've been comparing it to places like Hoover or Trussville. I'm Zach, your friend in real estate right here in the Birmingham Metro, and my team and I help people relocate here every single week. So let's dive into number 1. Location and commute. So let's start with one of the biggest reasons people even consider Gardendale in the first place, and that's the location. Gardendale sits just north of Birmingham, and you're typically about 15 to 20 minutes away from downtown. You've got direct access to I-65, an easy connection into Highway 31, and compared to some of the other suburbs like Chelsea or even parts of Helena, this commute is just more straightforward. But here's the trade-off. You're not getting a walkable environment here. This is a very car-dependent area. You're driving pretty much everywhere. So while the commute is convenient, the day-to-day lifestyle is built around being in the car. Now let's talk about what really gets people's attention, and that's the house prices in Gardendale. So Gardendale is consistently one of the more affordable suburbs in Jefferson County, and right now you're typically seeing median home prices somewhere in that mid $200,000 range. And in many cases you can still find homes below what you'd pay in Hoover, Vestavia, or even Trussville. But where this really shows up is the price per square foot. So in Gardendale you're typically going to be somewhere around that $140 to $165 per square foot. Whereas if you look at nearby suburbs, Hoover is often closer to $220 per square foot. Vestavia can push upwards of $250 a square foot. So what that means for you is your dollar tends to stretch further here, whether that's more space, a larger lot, or just a lower overall purchase price compared to other parts of the Birmingham Metro. But here's the part that most people don't factor in when they compare these areas. Number 3, property taxes and monthly cost. Because even if 2 homes look similar on paper, your monthly payment can end up very different depending on where you buy. And this is one of the biggest reasons you see buyers start looking north of Birmingham. And not just the purchase price, but what it actually costs every single month to live here. And Gardendale benefits from lower property taxes compared to many parts of the country. And overall cost of living here is right around or slightly below the national average. So what does this actually mean for you? Well, your monthly payment in Gardendale can often be noticeably lower than a similarly priced home in a higher cost suburb. Number 4, schools. This is one of the biggest decision makers for a lot of people. And the schools in Gardendale are part of the Jefferson County school system. So you've got Gardendale Elementary School, Snow Rogers Elementary School, Bragg Middle School, and Gardendale High School. And honestly, Mount Olive Elementary, which feeds into Gardendale High School as well. And based on publicly available data from sources like greatschools.com or niche.com, you're typically seeing ratings that fall in the above average range. Also, test scores that are generally in the line with or slightly above the state average. And a consistent setup from elementary through high school within the same system. Number 5, shopping, restaurants, and daily convenience. So what's it actually like living day to day here? Well, Gardendale has what I would call the essentials covered. You've got grocery stores, basic retail, and a mix of chain restaurants and a few local spots. But you're not getting the same level of variety or density that you would get in places like Hoover or even Trussville. So for date nights, more unique restaurants, or bigger shopping trips, you're probably finding yourself heading into Birmingham or down Highway 31. Number 6, growth and new construction. In Gardendale, most of what you're going to see is smaller pockets of newer homes mixed in with existing neighborhoods, resale homes that make up the majority of what's available, and limited large-scale neighborhood developments compared to other areas. And that's really the key difference here. You're not seeing multiple large master plan communities being built all at once like you would in places like Helena, Chelsea, or even parts of Hoover. Growth here tends to be more spread out, less uniform, and a little slower overall. And depending on what you're looking for, that slower, more spread out growth can either be a benefit or it can start to feel a little limited, especially when it comes to day-to-day life. Number 7, lifestyle and community feel. Because once you actually live here, that's when you really start to notice the difference. You've got local parks like Bill Noble Park, which has walking trails, playgrounds, and pickleball courts, so it's a spot people usually go to hang out on a regular basis. You've got community events like the Magnolia Festival, which is one of the bigger annual events in the area, and it brings a lot of people together. And a strong sense of people knowing each other, whether that's from the schools, sports, or just being in the same area for a long time. So who is Gardendale actually a great fit for? If you're looking for a more affordable home, easy access to downtown Birmingham, lower monthly costs, and a quieter, more community-driven environment, Gardendale can make a lot of sense. But if your priority is new construction neighborhoods, higher end amenities, or a more built out suburb, you may want to compare it to places like Hoover, Trustful, or even parts of Helena. So if you're thinking about making a move to the Birmingham area, whether that's Gardendale or one of the surrounding suburbs, my team and I would love to help you figure out what area actually fits what you're looking for. So you can call or text me anytime using that number that's on the screen, or you can schedule a call with us using that link in the description. And if you found this video helpful, make sure you subscribe below to just stay up to date with everything happening in the Birmingham real estate market. We do a ton of videos covering most of the suburbs around. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.